Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Doc here, and welcome to my very first franchise mode on Madden 16. I've decided to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, some people might be saying, well, you chose a relatively good team to go with for your first franchise, and well, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, to be honest with you, I haven't played Madden that much, and you know, I wanted a good team to build off of and a team that I knew. That's number two. This is my favorite team in the league, and I know their roster better than any other team. I know their style. I just know their history, their background, everything there is to know. And number three, I really want to take my favorite team and some of the areas they might be lacking in and improve them even more to make them Super Bowl contenders. So that is pretty much why I chose the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'm going to take over as head coach. I like Marvin Lewis, but, you know, I got to go with myself. I think I like myself a little bit better than Marvin Lewis. I like going with strategist because that's what I would be if I was technically a coach, I guess, if out of those three options. And it seems like to me that they haven't really made this part more enjoyable. It's just the same faces over and over again. I'm just going to choose that. And Polo seems decent. Let's keep the same playbook for now, and we're just going to move forward. Okay, so here we are. I think first off we are going to take a look at the depth chart just to see what we're working with here at each position. At quarterback, we have Andy Dalton and, of course, A.J. McCarron as a backup. Our running backs, Jeremy Hill and Giovanni Bernard, will be our two main ones that will be alternating in between. I like both of them, and I think I'll be using them both equally or right around equally. It's hard to really express what I want to do there right now. Fullback, Ryan Hewitt. We could improve in this area, but I don't really see a point because it kind of depends on the formation that you run. Wide receivers, A.J. Green, Mohamed Sanu, Marvin Jones, Brandon Tate. Again, I think we can add to the wide receiver depth just a little bit. Tight end, Tyler Eifert, absolute beast. Left tackle, Whitworth. Left guard, Bowling. Center, Bodine. Right guard, Zeitler. Right tackle, Smith. Left end, Dunlap. Right end, Johnson. Defensive tackle, Atkins. Left outside linebacker, A.J. Hawk, new addition. Middle linebackers, Ray Maluga and Vincent Ray, two that you should really look out for. Vincent Ray, not really a middle linebacker, but he does play there. Right outside linebacker, Perfect. Cornerbacks, Leon Hall, Adam Pac-Man Jones, Kirkpatrick, Denard, very, very good corners. Free safety, Reggie Nelson. Strong safety, Aloka. Kicker, Mike Nugent. And if we can get to punter, which is on the screen now, but Kevin Huber. Kick return, Giovanni Bernard. I think I'll agree with that. Brandon Tate might be up there too. That's another one of those close calls. Again, Adam Pac-Man Jones currently has that duty. I actually think I'm going to give Pac-Man Jones the nod on this one and let him go ahead and take kick return and punt return duties. And Giovanni Bernard will be second in that category. Our kickoff specialist, of course, well, actually it's Kevin Huber right now, but I'm not going to disagree. It really could be either one. Okay, third down back. Jeremy Hill, just because of his size compared to Giovanni Bernard. And that will be the depth chart for now. You might take a gander at free agents. Okay, so let's take a look at my settings and sliders that I'm going to be using. As you can see, we have all Madden 12 minutes. I like to have the play clock at around 15, but that is subject to change depending on how much time I need to maybe audible to a different play or whatnot. Normal game speed. Pre-existing injuries are on. Trade type, I've only enabled human, which is me, because I've noticed that the CPU tends to make really, how do I say this without insulting the CPU, rather questionable trades. So I'm going to make it only me that can trade until maybe the draft. So maybe they can trade draft picks, and that's about it. But I don't know. I would like an opinion on that. Should I allow the whole league to make dumb trades? Should I really take advantage of the CPU and get players that I want based off of trade? I don't know. Relocation settings, I've put on user only because I really don't want to see anyone go anywhere. Really, I should just disable that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and disable that. I can actually re-enable that at any time. Really, actually, you know what? I'm sitting here thinking about this. Let's just put it on normal. I want to see if teams actually relocate. I would like to see a team go to LA like it looks like it's going to be. So, you know, we'll see. Obviously, I'm not going to leave Cincinnati, but we'll see what happens around the league. Let's let chaos happen in that regard. That's about it. I'm going with the standard camera for now. I'm really testing out the camera angles this year to see what happens. Next, we have the sliders, which I haven't played a whole lot with, to be honest with you, but apparently I got them off of Operation Sports, and they're pretty good. Main things here, something that I was surprised to see was like pass coverage and pass defense reaction time being a 99, but I would just have to guess that's just because of All Madden and the different things that comes with All Madden. If you really want to look at it, you can pause it, but basically this is a well-balanced slider set, I feel. And I put this is just me, myself. I put the minimum player speed threshold at 43. The lower you put it, the more speed affects the game. Since I have Giovanni Bernard and Jeremy Hill, and I want to see speed used, and I want to see a little bit more high-scoring games like there currently are in real life, I decided to put it at 43 so that speed isn't too overpowered, but is just enough. These sliders are subject to change, though. We'll see what happens in the coming days, coming weeks, months, years, decades, millenniums, whatnot. I think this is a pretty realistic penalty set. Defensive pass interference gets called a lot, so that's going to go up. And that's about it. Okay, I decided to look at some of the fullbacks that would be available for me to sign, and to my surprise, there are actually a few good ones out there. There's Vontae Leach, Montel Owens, Brian Leonard, Jackie Battle. But I think I'm going to stick with what I know, and the person that I know, he's sort of a power run. He could be used in goal line situations. He could be used in 4th and 1s, 4th and inches. I'm going to go with John Connor from Kentucky. See if we can actually get him confirmed. Apparently it's just a 1 year, $740,000. I couldn't actually work the deal that I necessarily wanted, but we ended up getting John Connor. Welcome aboard. And I think it's going to do it for that episode. I think what I'll do is play some of the preseason games myself, let you see the highlights of those games. I really want to test out these sliders, see how good they truly are, and after I show you the highlights, then we'll get into week 1, and then so on and so forth, and we'll get going. So, hope you guys have enjoyed, and as always, have a nice day.